Hello guys, let's look at KCSE 2010, that is practical or paper 2. So Mr. Kiprop Onyango owns houses for rent. Table 1 below is a record of his tenants' rent payments. So we have the tenant ID, tenant name, house number, month, and amount. So you're supposed to create a database file that can be used to store the above data. Name the file as rent. Create two tables, one to store tenant details and another to store tenant rent payments. Name the tables tenants and payments respectively. So what you're supposed to do here is to separate the two tables so that you can have the tenant details and the payments. So create a relationship between the two tables and then design a form to be used to enter the data, also enter the information. So this is the file we have. So we have to separate. You have the payments. So first of all, let me just delete this. We do it together. So you have now the tenant ID. If I may go to design view, you have the tenant ID here. You have the tenant ID, tenant name, house number, month, and amount. Then you shall have the tenant data. So you have the tenant ID, tenant name, and house number. So initially this is the table. The table looks like this, but you have to separate just like I have shown you. You have the tenant ID, tenant name, house number, month, etc. For the first table, tenant ID is the primary key, and it is the same as the primary key for the other table. So after doing that, I cross all. Then I go to create, database tools, relationship. Here you can hit design, then click on this show table. We have payments and tenants. So we shall have one-to-one relationship. So in case even you check on this, this is the relationship. We shall have one-to-one relationship. So after doing that, we proceed with our question. So what is the next thing? Okay, design a form for each, then create a report showing the amount Mr. Onyango received from each tenant, the total for each month, and the total amount he received over the 3 months. The report should be titled rent income, and then you save it as income. So we first of all click on the payment. You just go to create, you hit form, then you also go to tenant, create, you hit form. So those are the two forms we have. You need to save it as tenants. You close this one, you save it as payments. So those are our two forms. The next thing, you're supposed to create a report showing the totals. So basically we shall use the payments table. So you just go to create, then query wizard, okay, then we use the payments, set everything to your right hand side, next, finish. So this is our query, and the examiner has instructed us to create a report showing the amount Mr. Onyango received from each tenant, then the total for each month, and the total amount he received over the 3 months. So we shall go and create such a report. We shall create such a report. So what we need to do here is to go to create, then after doing that, you go to this point here. You go to payments. This we want to use to create the report using this query. So create, then you can click on report. So we shall have our report. This is our report. We have created our report. The report created should have a heading, rent income. So you right click, go to design view. This is rent income. Then the next thing, we have been told that we group these. So you need to come down here and add group. Then we have the tenant name. Then after having that one, that is the tenant name, you can first of all see what we have, home and run. So you can see we have been in a position to group according to tenant name by applying sort and group. Then up here we needed to go to more, and then with amount subtotal here. So we needed to do something here, that is add subtotal. We can add grad total and subtotal that way. Then you now save, home, run, so that we can have subtotals here. You see there is the subtotals, but we want to add the subtotals on this other end. So I go to this one, we go to this point, we have gone to more. Then what are we subtotaling? We are subtotaling the amount, not the ID. Then save it as income. Let's see, the examiner has said we save it as income, so we save it as income that way. Then run. Now when you run, you'll notice that still this one has not, this should add here. So we go to design view of this. We are subtotaling the amount into bracket Kenya shillings. That's what we have. We have a spelling mistake, that's why the parameter is being flagged. There we are. Very good. You see now Akinyi has a total of 3K, Kagu a total of 7K, etc. So that's how the examiner want that one done. So we proceed. The next one is create a query named statement to extract Maroi's record of rent. So we go to this point here, Maroi, payment of Maroi. So we go to create, then query wizard, next. We choose payment, send everything to the right, next. This, just call it Maroi. Then this is what we have. So we need to extract Maroi. Go to design view, go to tenant name, and then here you type Maroi that way, then save it. So when I run, I should get Maroi only. There we are. You see now I have filtered, I only have Maroi. So I proceed. The next question is create a report named tenant statement showing Maroi's rent payment history. The report should be titled tenant statement. So you just hit on Maroi, hit on create, hit on report. So this is the report we have. Now you only need to right click, go to design view, then here change the title to tenant statement. Tenant statement. There we are. So after doing that, this one is tenant statement. Tenant statement. So that is that. That one is done. Then print the two tables and the two reports. That one you just need to print. Then question number 2. Table 2 below shows the admission numbers and names of 5 students and their scores in 6 subjects in a mock examination. Enter the above data into a worksheet and save it as mock research 1. Using a formula, calculate the total score, mean score. Use a function to obtain the mean for each subject. And also, a student is awarded a pass if the mean score is 60% or more. Use a function to determine the number of students who are awarded pass. Then format the worksheet as follows. This is how we shall format it. Border, single line, subject heading 90 degrees align. Merge the cells above all the subjects, the subject heading, so that the text subject is above them. Mean score to 1 decimal place. So this is the data we have. Here, these are the headings. So you just need to go to alignment, you click here, and then type 90 degrees and click on OK. So those ones we have to go that way. Then we proceed. We need to calculate the total. So the total of these subjects is equals to sum. Open the bracket, click the first one, put a full colon, click the last one, then close the bracket and hit enter. So you have 316. Then you just now drag downwards. For the mean score, no, we have skipped English. So we need to do something. We need to adjust in the formula. C here, it starts from C. From C. So we have to drag this again to change. So for the mean score equals to average. Average equals to average. Open the bracket. Click the first one. Then put a full colon. Click the last one. Here, exclude the total, press enter. So this is 65.5. Then you just drag. Then we have been told if the student scores 60, that is pass. So if mean is greater than 60, comma, then pass. That way. So you cross the bracket and press enter. So you can see that. Then you drag. So they have all passed. Let me see. Let's go back to the question. 60% or more. Use a function to determine the number of students who are awarded pass. So to determine the student who has been awarded pass, here you just come to this point and type equals to count if from here up to here, comma, then what? Pass. Then you cross the bracket. You see 5 is the answer. So you see I have used the function count if. This is the function the examiner is looking for. Then from there we have to calculate the totals here. Escape. We need to calculate the totals here. So equals to sum open the bracket, the first one, full colon, the last one, close the bracket, press enter. Then take the answer and drag across, Then for the mean score equals to average, open the bracket, click the first one, press the full colon, click the last one, enter. So this is 62 point this. Then you do that. Then from there you go to minimum. To get the minimum, you just type equals to mean, open the bracket, the first one, full colon, the last one, close the bracket, enter. Half, that is the minimum. Then go to maximum, equals to max, open the bracket, the first one, full colon, the last one, close the bracket, enter. Then take 77 and drag across. Then for the borders, you just need to highlight the borders. Okay, you just go to borders here. Then you just need a single line. So we have the line style here. You can just choose the first one here. This is the single line border. Then you just need to draw. You just need, like now here, this is a single line. You just draw the border using the pen. That is to have the single line, you see. Just like you draw table in Microsoft Word. So you see what I'm doing? I'm drawing the borders using a single line. See, my borders are now done using the pen. Single line borders. Good. Also here. Then I can return my pen. Now after doing that, I need to merge. To merge and center, you highlight this one up to that point. Up here there is merge and center. You hit merge and center. Then type the word subject. So that one is done up to this point. So the next thing is to put 1 decimal place for the mean score. So mean score, you highlight, then you just go to where the decimals are, decimal places. So this one, you can use this. This is 2, this is 1. You can decrease the decimal places there. Then after doing that one, you go to the next one. Copy the contents of the worksheet to a blank worksheet and insert a blank column after every subject. Label the new columns as English G, Math G, or the way respectively. On the inserted column, compute the grades using the E function based on the following criteria. So greater than 75, like that. So we do that. We copy this content. The examiner says we copy this, copy. Then go to a blank worksheet and paste. Then we are supposed to insert. A column. Insert. And insert another one. So here we shall have English G. That's what I am seeing. That's what I am seeing there. Then we have Math G. Then we shall have Bio G. That is Chem G. Then we shall have Phy G and history G. G. So save that one. Now after doing this, you need to use the criteria provided, this one, greater than 75A, greater than 60B, greater than 50C, blah 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 blah. So I proceed by doing that. So what I needed to do here is to use the if function. So equals to if this one, that is C3 is greater than 75, comma, I give A, comma, if again C3 is greater than 60, comma, greater than 60, comma, I give grade B. I proceed if C3 is greater than 50, comma, I give a C, comma, if again C3 is greater than 45, is greater than 45, comma, I give a D, else I give an E, then I cross the bracket. So that is the if function required here. Then I click on OK. Yes. So this one is an A. Then I just drag this up to this point. Then from there I need to be a sharp student or a sharp computer guy. So I copy this and press enter. So this one I repaste it here, but I rechange the C to E. I rechange the C3 to E3. So to do that one, it would be advisable to use Word, Microsoft Word, to quicken the holding. So I repaste it here. Then I just press Ctrl H. Then find what? Find C3. Find C3. Replace with E3. Then I click replace all. Then I just now need to copy this. Just note D to E. I highlight that, copy, go back to my exo and paste, and then paste and drag and pull up to that. You see that one has worked. Then I change this one to G. So find what? Find E3, change with G3, replace all. Then I copy this, I go to this point here, I paste it. Then after I paste it, this is for G3, it is reading this. Then I go to that point. Then for biology it will read I3. So I replace G3 with I3. Then replace all. I copy this, go to exo here, paste, then do that. For physics it will be K3. So replace I3 with K3. Replace all. Highlight that one, copy, that is K, copy, I paste it there up to that point. Then we go to history. History is M. So K3 with M3. Replace R, copy. Then go to history, paste. Sorry. I need to copy this. So paste it here. This is an A. Good. There we are. So guys, you have seen how I have done the grading. So the next question is hide all the columns containing scores, values, and save the worksheet as mock result 2. So this is mock result 2. That's what I have been instructed to do. So I save that. The next thing is that I am supposed to hide this one. So I hold control, I hold control, I hold control, hold control, I hold control. Then I am supposed to hide them. So can right click, hold control, control, like that. You can hide that one by clicking on hide. On hide. I have hidden everything. I just needed to hide the columns. Okay. You can just basically hide by doing that, by pouring the way I have done. So after doing that, I have hidden the stuff I'm supposed to hide. Then create a bar chart to compare students' mean scores and label the chart accordingly. So to compare the students, you create a bar chart. So I just got to this point, use sheet 1. I want to compare the students performance. So I go to insert here. This is a column chart, so bar chart should be there, and then I just click on bar chart. Then this is my bar chart. I just hit on move chart here, new chart, and then I click on OK. So this is my bar chart. Then from there, I'm supposed to print the 2 worksheets. So I just needed to do that. So guys, thank you very much for watching. That was 2010 KCSE. There was database and Microsoft Excel. And remember to subscribe. Remember to share these files with your friends. Thank you very much.